Good morning to all of you. Myself Pankaj Kumar. Welcome you all again in my channel for Python programming. Today we are going to see about new topic about selection or conditional branching statements. The topic is selection or conditional branching statements. Today the main topic we are going to see about is decision control statements, but that decision control statement is also a part of this conditional branching statements or selection branching statements. What is the purpose of this decision control or control statements? There come situations in real life when we need to make some decisions, and based on these decisions we decide what should we do next. Similar situations arises in programming also, where we need to make some decisions, and based on these decisions we will execute the next block of code. So that is why we are using control statements. Its name is also control statements. The main purpose of control statements is to decide the direction of flow of program execution. Decision making statement main purpose is to decide the direction, of flow of program execution. This is the main purpose of decision making statements. In Python there are 4 types of decision making statements or control statements. Basically 4 types of decision control statements in Python. First one is if statement. This if is also a keyword, if statement. Second one is if else statement. And third one is nested if statement. And fourth one is if ladder. So these are the basic 4 types of control statements or decision making statements that is used in Python. We are going to see one by one here what is the type and how it works, what is the syntax for all these statements. Okay, so coming to the if statement. First one is if statement. This is the basic part of control statement, and this statement always always gives us the value if the condition is true. Okay, just I'm going to write the syntax regarding this if statement. If means if is a keyword, and just after writing the if, give some space here and write the condition in this bracket, and it is mandatory to use the colon after the bracket. Okay, in Python the importance of colon is very vital in if as well as loop construct, also for loop, nested for loop, while loop, nested while loop. So if then condition is given here, the condition which the user will give, that depends on the user's choice. We all know that condition means conditional operator or relational operator. Condition should be checked through the symbol of using relational operator, either greater than, less than, or equals to. So if the condition match or true, then only it will print the statements to execute. Okay, otherwise if condition, this given condition not match, it becomes false, then it will not display any value on the screen. It will execute, but it is not going to display any value. But if you want to execute some value, some message, not regarding the condition, either the condition is false or true, it will execute one message, and that message user has to give here in the end, here statement to execute, statements to execute. See, so what are the steps of executing this if structure? Firstly, the user have to give the condition here, and the condition should be, as we have seen about the condition should be depend on either greater than, less than, equals to, greater than equals to, less than equals to, equals to, not equals to. That means many conditions are given here. So by using any of this symbol, the user can put the condition here. If the condition match, then only the statements will execute. If the condition is false, these last statements will execute, but it is not going to give any result. It is only a message. That means double quotes message, whatever we have printed, whatever we have typed, that will just show you as a message. Okay, so come and let us see this if structure by having some example. Just open the Python IDLE interpreter and go to file menu, then new file is here. Okay, then write the code here. Just this is the command line, single command line. To demonstrate it is non-executable, I am going to write here a program to demonstrate the use of if statement in Python. Okay, so two programs we are going to see. One by initializing the value, and second by inputted the value to the user choice. And these two programs we are going to demonstrate for using the if statements. So I is a variable which has been initialized by the value 10. Second case, if. Okay, give some space, then write here condition I greater than 15, then just close this condition by having colon. Then in next indentation write down here print. Print is a predefined function, so there is no any calculation regarding this condition I greater than 15. Just I want to show you the result or any printed message. If the condition match, it will print this message. If the condition not match, this will also print, but that part should be mentioned just after print statement and just nearby if statement. 10 is less than 15. Less than 15. Okay, so this is the condition. If condition match, this statement will print out, display it. If the condition is not matchable, if the condition is not right, it will also print some value. Okay, so just save it and have a look in this basic program. Then after we will proceed here. Demo.py. Okay, so I equals to 10 if I greater than 15. 10 is 10 greater than 15. Here I greater than 15 means 10 is greater than 15. Is 10 greater than 15? No, means false. 10 is not greater than 15, but 15 is greater than 10. So it will not going to display any result, but this program will execute. Just press F5. Source must be saved. Okay, saved it. Then see, in this ideally mode, we have not get any message. We have typed here some message, 10 is less than 15, but condition not matched. If condition is not matched, it will jump out, it will execute, but there is no any option to print out. Okay, but if you want to print some statements, there is a syntax regarding this. We have seen here also. If the user's condition is whether right or wrong, it doesn't matter. The last statement means which we are going to give in print function, it will automatically execute. And this part is for both condition. If your condition is true, this statement will execute. Also this will execute. If your condition is false, this statement is not going to execute, but the last statement which is given by the user, this is going to execute as a message, whatever the message user is going to write here. So just here I am going to write some message, print. This print is not under indentation, this is just below if statement. Print I am not in if, and then save it. So this is the print statement. It is not depending on this conditional or decision control. This last print statement execute in both cases, either the condition is true or the condition is false. Okay, let us see here. Save it as Control S, then execute it. See, I am not in if. So this is the optional part which Python gives us to print the statements in both cases. Whether the case is true, the first part will execute. This is the first part, first statement, and this statement depends on the condition. Here we can write here this statement depends on condition, but this is not depends on condition. Okay, so this is the initial program which is taken through initializing the value. Now we are going to see other program here. Second one example, by having inputted by the user choice n equals to int input, enter the age of the given candidate. Just we want to check whether the candidate is eligible to vote or not. For voting, age is mandatory part, and we all know that for voting age must be greater than or equals to 18 years old, then only a person is eligible to vote. So here we have taken this n as user input. The age should be depends on user choice, either 10, either 15, either 20, either 18, whatever the user is going to give. And this condition is given on if. Okay, if age, so here just change the n and take it as age. Then age greater than equals to 18, then only the condition is true if the user's choice given as age should be greater than 18 or equals to 18. Okay, so print here one message and display it. You are eligible to vote. You are eligible to vote. Okay, so here the condition is given as greater than equals to, and we all know that greater than equals to is a case, is a part of relational operator. Greater than equals to, these two conditions is given here, but in this both greater than equals to, either any one condition will true, this condition is going to be true. It is not compulsory that both condition must be true. This is optional, either or. Either greater than will true, it will execute this print statement. Either equals to true, it will execute this print statement. Okay, so if the age is greater than equals to 18, then only this message is going to print. If the age is greater than equals to 18, then only this message will print. Okay, let us see here. Enter the age of the given candidate. So we have inputted the age as 35. Okay, so just see here, if 35 we have given, 35 is greater than 18, 35 is equals to 18. Second case is false, but first one is right. It is eligible to vote. This message we have given as you are eligible to vote has appeared here just as message after condition becomes true. In second case also, give here as 17. So check here, is 17 greater than 18? Not possible. 17 less than greater than equals to, 17 is not greater than 18 and 17 is not equals to 18. So in this case just execute it. Enter the age is 17. See, no value is appeared here. Why? Because condition is not matched. But in this case, just write down here one, add here one print statement and write down I am not in if statement. This is the extra print or a statement we have added in this if construct, and it will going to execute either condition is true or condition is false. Okay, so just save it and print it. Enter the age of the given candidate. Age is 18. 18 is greater than equals to, 18 is not greater than, but 18 is equals to 18. One either or is true, then it will display both output as you are eligible to vote as well as I am not in if statement. Okay, just print here. See here, you are eligible to vote, I am not in if statement. In second case, just run it and give the value as 17. Okay, 17 means candidate is not eligible to vote, but the message last one will print I am not in if statement. See here, I am not in if statement. So this is the part of if statement, how it execute and how it works. We can take it the value, we can assign the value, as well as we can also input it the value, and we can enter as per user choice. Okay, so second part is, this is the if condition. Then coming to if else, coming to if dot else, if else statement. Here the syntax is given as, this is very easy, thus just add here one statement, okay, condition, just if the condition is true, the first statement will execute, and add here else part. This else is also a keyword, and this statement 2 will execute. Statement to execute. This is second. So this is the syntax of if else statement. Okay, that means in if else case, in if else case, the condition is what? Condition is going to check. If condition match, statement 1 will execute. If condition not match, else part will automatically execute, and in else part no condition is given, just only else is a keyword which is going to help us. If the condition becomes false, it will take it the control and then execute its own part as statement 2. Okay, so coming to this section, a program to demonstrate the use of if else statement. If else statement, here we have given as age int input. Just add here else and write here print you are not eligible to vote. You are not eligible to vote. So this is the basic pattern which we have used for Python, and this pattern just changes, it requires some little change. This is the part of only if statement, but after adding the else, we have added here print statement, and this print statement will run only if the condition is false. If the condition is not going to true, the control will just jump to the else part, and else doesn't have any condition, else have on some message, and that message is you are not eligible to vote. Okay, so save it, Control S, then come here and just see, enter the age of the given candidate. What is the age? Just firstly we want to see the age as per user choice to eligible for voting. It should be 40 years. Okay, see here, you are eligible to vote. This will print because 40 is greater than 18 but not equals to 18 as per condition. So greater than equals to means either or any condition is true, then only it will run. Okay, again just run it. Enter the age of the given candidate. Age is 15. 15 is not greater than 18. 15 is not equals to 18. Both condition is false. That means this will jump to the else part, because 15 is not greater than 18 as well as 15 is not equals to 18. So this condition is not going to true, and because this condition is not going to true, this print statement is not going to execute, but the control will jump to the else part and it will print display you are not eligible to vote. So just see here and press enter. You are not eligible to vote because of false condition. Else part statement is executed. Okay, now suppose the user want to add one more print statement here, which is optional, and it will execute if the condition is true with true statement, if the condition is false with else statement. Here print here, if else statement is completed. Okay, one more message we have added here. So this message is optional part. If the condition is true, the first statement, print statement, will execute. Here write down, this is the first statement 1. Statement 1 will execute. This is the statement 2. Statement 2 will execute. Okay, so by adding this print statement, if the condition is true, the statement first will print as well as last will print, not else part. This is the last part. This is only the else part here only. But the last print we have written, it is optional. It is going to use in both cases, true or false. Okay, just save it and print it. Enter the age of the given candidate. Age we have given 50 years. 50 is greater than 18. Okay, condition is true, that means you are eligible to vote. This will come, as well as last part, if else statement is completed. This will also print. See here, see, you are eligible to vote, as well as if else statement is completed. Again, user want to run it and give here as 14. 14 is false, isn't it? 14 is not greater than 18 and is not equals to 18. That means it will jump to else part, and here right, what is the message given? You are not eligible to vote. Statement 2 will execute, as well as if else statement is completed, both will execute. Just print here, press enter key. See here, you are not eligible to vote because your age is not satisfying the condition, as well as if else statement is completed. So this is the basic part of if else statement. It is quite easy. Only one else part has been added here. Rest all are same as just like if statement. Now we are going to see third one is nested if statement. Nested if statements. nested if statement. Nested means the condition is going to match under multiple if. In two statements we have seen that only single if has been used. In this condition single if is used. Here also in if else single if has been used. But now coming to the next statements, we are going to see that multiple if statement is going to used. Okay, write down the syntax, then after we will discuss about its working and how it works. So here if condition is given, and I want to clear one thing, that if else elif, that means if this else and this elif, these three are the keywords which is predefined in Python, and this all have some syntax we have to use in a small case sensitive is here, so it is mandatory for the user to give in to write in a small letter if, else as well as elif, both three keywords. So coming to nested if, syntax is if, then condition is given here. Condition is given here. It will execute when the condition is true. Executes when condition is true. As well as multiple if is used here. Multiple if means many if part is going to use here. Then again we will add if. See here, this condition just copy here. See, second if condition, again we can use here. Third if condition. So in this way we can use multiple if and checks whether this is true or not, and it will check here if the first condition is true, it will execute the first part. If this condition is false, it will jump to see second part. Second if it matches, it will execute second statement. If both will false, then automatically jumps in third if, and it will check and execute if the condition is true. Okay, so we are going to see here nested if through example also. By having practical, it will clear a lot in this programming context. So third one is a program to demonstrate nested if statement in Python. A program to demonstrate the use of nested if statements in Python. Here also this nested if has multiple conditions, and this condition is basically checked through predefined function as well as greater than, less than, equals to, this all. Okay, so just we are going to see here the some examples regarding nested if statements. So we are going to see, put here character as char equals to input, press any key, press any key by the user. If char dot is alpha, is alpha means to check the alphabet. Okay, this is a predefined function which is used to check the alphabet A to Z, capital or small. This comes on alphabet. Okay, it will print here the user has entered a character. The user has entered a character. Second part is if, again, char dot is digit is a function which is used for check, which is used to check the digit, that means 0 to 9, whether user has entered the digit. If digit is true, it will display the user has entered a digit. Print here one message, the user has entered, the user has entered a digit. In third case, use here if char dot is space is used to check the space. In all the program we have here, in a statement we have used the space, a space program, then a space 2, this is the space, this ASCII code is 32. It will print here the user entered a white space character. If this condition match, it will print the user entered a white space character. Okay, so this is the program of nested if. Char equals to input given by the user. Okay, user will press any key, and just randomly the user is going to press any key. It will check if the user has pressed the alphabet, that means A to Z. It will check this condition, alphabet is alpha, then that will, if that will true, it will display the user has entered a character. Okay, if randomly the user has entered some digit, so firstly it will check alpha never matches digit, alpha is some other function, digit is some other function, both is different, because digit give us 0 to 9 value, alphabet gives us A to Z value. It will print here the user has entered a digit. Okay, if the user has entered some space, it will display the user has entered a white space character. Just save it and print. Press any key, randomly we have pressed A. Okay, so by pressing A, that means it will just execute through part by part if. Okay, first if it will check, if this is false, automatically the statement or the control will jump in second if. It is all, if both first and second is false, automatically the control will jump in third part and check it. Okay, see here we have given a, small a, just str object has no attribute is alpha here. Okay, is alpha. Okay, some mistakes is given here in writing mode, a l p h a. Right now control save it and then print it, small a. See, the user has entered a character. In previous program we got some error because of, you know, in space of alpha we have written here a p l h a, afla. That is not correct. So the Python is very case sensitive, because it will just go through all the set of characters when it will execute and check with the library whether it matches or not. If it not match, it will show you the error as attribute error. Okay, so this was the error, this is the false AFLA, and this is the right ALPH alpha. Okay, so A is the alphabet character. This condition is true, it has displayed as the user has entered a character. Okay, again just run it, run here F5 and show here as by giving any key, just print here 9, just 9, give 9. Okay, see here the user has entered a digit. This is the digit because 9 is coming under digit. It will check is digit, yeah, character is digit, and it has displayed the message the user has entered a digit. And in third case, again execute it and have some space and then print. See here, just we have given some space and it has counted the space as is space and show the result as the user has entered a white space character. So this is the pattern of using nested if. Okay, nested if checks all the condition part by part. If the condition match, the print will display just where the condition has matched statements. Okay, so today these 3 statements we have seen, and in next class, next video, we will discuss about the 4th if elif ladder. So 3 is remaining here, just 3 we have seen here, completed here, and 4th one is remaining. We will see on next tutorial. So hope so you all have got the concept regarding control statements or decision controls, and you will try your best. And please like, share and subscribe my channel for more programming videos, as well as you can refer to your friends and among your colleagues so that they can also get the benefit by using this tutorial. It is fully practical and based on students' skills, as well as it also helps us in creating either logic structure, and it is very important in Python programming to have a strong logic. So hope so you all have subscribed it. Whoever is now going through this channel, please subscribe and press the bell icon for more updates, for more video tutorial. So today just I'm going to complete here, and we will meet soon on later video, next video. Thank you, thanks a lot.